Welcome to Discover Truth Bite-Sized. Today we're taking our reading from Acts chapter 14 and verse number 17. Nevertheless, he left not himself without witness, in that he did good, and gave us rain from heaven, and fruitful seasons, filling our hearts with food and gladness. Paul and his companions on all of their missionary journeys, they never began by going and cutting people's lawn. They never went and done some errands for the elderly. Neither did they go out and play sport or football with the children. Their sole focus was getting the gospel and presenting it to anyone who wanted to hear, for those who were prepared to listen. On this particular occasion, as Paul was trying to share the word of God, he perceived in his own heart and his own spirit that there was a man who was lame from birth, a man who could not walk, but he knew that he believed in God. Paul, he told that man to rise, to get up and to walk, and immediately that man was healed. He performed a miracle. It wasn't Paul's custom to go from town to town and from village to village and perform all manners of miracles to draw crowds, to try and whip a crowd into a frenzy, as some modern day evangelists would seek to do. No, whenever this man stood to his feet, and whenever the people had saw the change in his life, the miracle that was performed, they didn't worship God. They thought that these were Mercury and Venus and the planets and false gods who had come down from the planets down to planet Earth, and they began to worship them and to praise them as false gods. Paul was so cut to his heart that he ripped his clothes and he began to mourn. He was so sad at what they thought and their expectation. How could they have got it so wrong? And he took the time to correct their teaching and to point them to the one true living God, the creator of the planets, the creator of all things, the one who gives the rain, the one who changes the seasons, the one who gives us the crops and the food that we have. Paul took this opportunity to turn things round to a teaching moment, to take the focus away from himself and to point those who were listening onto God. I wonder today, are you thankful that God is still in control of all things? The creator of the universe, the creator of the worlds. He still makes sure every day has 24 hours. He still makes sure that season follows season. He still makes sure that the rain it falls and the sun that it shines. He is the one who gives us food in our shops and food in our homes. He is the one who gives us all things. I trust that we're not mistaken about where every good and where every perfect gift comes from. It's not our own doing. It's not from the works of our hands. No, it all comes from the mighty hand of God, who is the provider of everything that we have. He is a good God, the sustainer and the provider of all things.